Yo, 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 yo.
Why does he do that?
I like that beginning, man.
All right, go ahead.
Check it out. Okay, today's subject matter. Okay. Hip hop was built on four elements: graffiti, DJing, MCing, and BBoying. Not vibes, not trends, foundation. Okay. The question isn't
Knowledge.
whether hip hop is alive, it's whether all the four elements still are, because they still exist.
Mm,
They just don't live in the same room anymore.
not in the same house.
Hmm. And when the money changes the room, the rule changes too. Let's air it out.
Ah, let's drop that. Yo!
And let all the fly skimmers feel the beat.
Steve A.
Yo, what's up, Big Bam? Superman Bam Bam.
Yo, 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 Superman,
Why?
bam, 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 bam,
Why?
bam.
Why am I talking like that? Superman Bam Bam.
Yo,
Super,
man, this is
Superman.
this is a this is a quite a debate that I know touches our hearts, man. The four pillars of hip hop. You
And just
know,
so we know we're representing before one of the pillars here, see there, up rock man, up rocking baby.
yeah, yeah,
Represent
yeah, yeah, yeah. Respect Uprock crew, man.
representing with that
So
pillar.
yeah, man. So I've got a question around hip hop,
Mm,
around the culture,
mm,
around fragmentation versus evolution. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So, you know, hip hop grew and grew and grew and grew. And as it
mm.
grew, a lot of the elements that I feel which was kept together split and went almost like they had a decision or a divorce, whichever way you want to put it, but they went their separate ways. The only two that really kept kind of close together, DJ and the MC. Yeah.
And even then, sometimes the DJ, like you look at the whole turntable world, you don't really find your purists. You don't really find many MCs there. As many of your purist DJs are there. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm. Because, you know, there are some real questions around this, right? Like, for instance, do DJs still buy vinyl? Now, we know some do, but some don't, right? Yeah, I knew you're gonna reach for that. I knew you're gonna reach for the stacks. The
Funny enough,
stacks.
I don't know why I pulled this one out. I pulled that at Dodge City.
Oh,
Yo, big up Bello B.
do you know? Do you know what? When you pulled it out right because of your background, you ended up with like just it
Yeah,
being
with
there and
Bello's
you
head.
disappearing.
Yeah, yeah. I had Bello's head. Trapped into darkness.
This is it,
Yeah, man.
man. You
Wicked
know,
shit.
MCs battling. You don't really, you see in actually. Wait a minute, hold on. We still know that some people send for MCs in the UK scene. We know that there's MC battle scenes around the world. Do you know
Mm,
what I mean? So that's still maintained.
mm,
Graffiti. You know, are they still risking something? Are they still doing the chains and the walls and all of that? We know there's graffiti when you go out. You see, it's all that kind of stuff. But
uh-huh.
culturally, are they in the b-boy or the hip hop environment? And b-boying, we see b-boying. I was watching the Red Bull thing the other
Mm-hmm.
day, the Red Bull
Mm-hmm.
Championships, the World Championships, and
Mm,
Japan took it. They just murked it. I don't even care. But I could see the DJ cutting away. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? But it just felt as if it was just a b-boy convention. Do you know what I mean? Everyone that was
Mm-hmm.
there to see the skills. All the people that were judging were there
Mm-hmm.
were from the b-boy, as you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
But at what point does you know that kind of convenience of being separate erase the craft?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting though because I remember when it was 95, we did this event called Old to the New. And at this event, we had Pogo there, we had Swift there, we had Business there as well.
Mm.
And then we had an MC battle there
Oh
where
shit!
where Skinny Man won it.
Oh,
and he beat
well, Skinny Man.
he beat this guy called Mad
Of
Flow
course,
from
respect
from
Skinny Man.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
He beat
man.
this
Got
guy
to see
called
you
Mad
soon, bro.
Flow from Ohio. I always remember Skinny Man's lyric. When it comes to the battle, I be the cowboy, you're the cattle. I leave you like a baby with your rattle scattle. So daddle. I was like, oh my god, yeah.
I'm gonna put an explosion there for that, man.
Yeah. And then we had a B-boy battle, Born to Rock, Second to None. You know what I mean? And see, breaking battle, MC battle, DJs cutting up. And we had and to top it off, we had Prophets of the City perform on the stage from South Africa, and we had Showbiz and AG perform on that stage as well.
Oh shit!
So it was a proper, and
That's
it was
proper connected.
in Subterranea.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
That was 95.
So
now,
that's over what?
A long time ago in Bethlehem. So the
over
Holy
30
Bible
years ago.
says, yep. Long time ago in
Oh
Bethlehem.
man. Okay. So that goes to show back then when we were on the, when we were doing our stuff, that cultural exchange was still going on. So is this a kind so who, it begs the question, who benefits from the culture? I already mentioned Red Bull, sponsoring the world champion. Who benefits from the culture? Our corporations preserving hip hop or extracting from it. You know what I'm saying?
But let's not get it twisted though. Corporations have always been draining, like Dracula. They've always got the teeth. They see blood, and they bite. You know what I mean? They've always had their teeth in there from way back. So that's nothing new. What is well, I say not new, but what is different is that, like you said, it's this a dread split. It's like in St. Lucia, my grandma passed away. They say mama dead, makume fini, means the person's dead and family done. And that's how it felt. You know what I mean? The hip hop family done. Breaking went that way, B-boys went that way, MCs went that way. You know what I mean? Graphs went that way. And like I said before, I think a couple of podcasts ago, a lot of the graphers are now skaters and grunge people. You know what I mean? It's like, and you
can even see it at the skate parks, right? It's covered. Most skate parks are covered in graffiti, right?
Yeah,
but they're not busting out the hip hop tunes that they're busting out whilst they're skating.
They're busting out something else. They're busting out the music that you like.
It's such a pit state. Listen, man, we're not getting into that battle today, man. I will not make any apologies for being, eclectic in my tastes.
Yeah, you do that.
But yeah, it's a deep one because as elder statesman in this isht, right? I sometimes feel like there's a responsibility when I'm talking to people or when they approach me about, the culture or the music and stuff, to talk about the past. Do you know what I mean? Or we did it like, I might sound like this old fart, but I like talking about what happened. You know what I'm saying?
A couple of weeks ago, we went out for breads. Just like we got out for gathering, we got a group in bread's name, and we went out for a meal at my mate Sly's restaurant, a place called Trailer Happiness. If you're on Portobello Road, check out Trailer Happiness. My man Sly runs it. It's wicked. Restaurant upstairs, bar downstairs. And when I got to the venue, everyone was there already. So I was late, and I'm never late, but I was late. So I got outside. Everyone's looking at me outside. I started up rocking. Everyone started cracking up. People walking past me, I was like, dude, I still b-boy now. When's the last time you b-boyed?
Listen, I up to rock. When was it? Probably about a month ago.
How's your knees?
It hurt, boy. You know when you have to crouch down and come back with the freeze. Oh, bro.
Because when we were younger and we doing them faces like, and it didn't hurt. Now it's hurting like.
Now it's hurting, bro. I'll do that, and then I went to a freeze, and the way that my right knee, went click, I went, okay, all right, yeah, it's all right.
I remember a good number of years ago, it must be like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
was at a rave somewhere or jam, and business was playing, and there was a cipher or a circle, all right. Let's call it a cipher, b-boy cipher, and the boys were breaking, and I stood next to Dolby. Big up Dolby. Big up Dolby, man. Woo. I stood next to Dolby like that, all right, and we was going, check these kids out, man. And what Dolby done? I had my shoulder was
Yeah.
resting in his arm.
Yeah.
My guy did that, which made me fly forward into the circle.
Oh shoot!
Now you don't back down from a circle. So I was like,
Did you get down?
yeah. Luckily, I had a swing sheet on. I started up rocking, and
Yeah.
all them guys they're doing. I'm gonna be democratic about it. I'm not gonna use no.
Go on.
These guys are doing. I hate this is up rock that I can't stand. I call it the gallop. So then it's like equestrian up rocking, but I was like down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I went down, I did two or three shuffles, and I did this move that I don't know if this is the correct term, but we called it American backspin.
Okay.
For me, I don't know if you know what the term is, but I knew it was American backspin. American backspin is when you go to do a windmill,
And then you go into the spin, into the backspin. Now, I just knew that as the backspin. Yeah.
No,
that
but the thing is,
know.
the kick is a windmill kick. It's like, and the backspin's mad.
Yeah.
And I did the backspin. I stopped, got up like that, and Dolby went, go on. I walked straight towards the toilet, and I was like, and it came out again. He goes, how you doing? He goes, how you doing?
That's a St. Lucian swear word, by the way.
He goes, how you doing? I went, see you next Tuesday.
Oh man! Man.
You break it down the syllables. I went, see you next Tuesday.
That's ill.
I just turned my head.
That's just ill. That's ill, bro. Yeah, it truly is an athletic art form, which is why it's no surprise that they brought it into the Olympics, even though we will not mention Australia's entry into that.
I give her props, because you know what? There's enough man. She could battle enough man and beat them.
Of course she could, man. I mean, just from the mere fact of some of the things she was doing. Yeah.
I know, but ask a man, grown man now at our age to do what she done. They can't do it.
Come on.
There's a couple there's enough that can, but there's a couple who used to can't do that now.
Yeah. And big up the likes of we mentioning people, John Z.D. Breaking Convention. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Breaker King.
Breaker King himself, Breaker God himself. Yeah. I'm not going to front on that.
Big up all the Born to Rock, and I know they don't go about the name anymore, but all the Born to Rock, second to none. I mean, all the London All-Star Breakers. I mean, big up Baptiste's crew, Ozzy's crew, Covent Garden Breakers. Big up all them mans there. Big up Scam. Big up Sir Drew, Bad Boy Breaker. You know what I mean? So, and there's many others. I know Comanche Sly used to pop and break. You know what I mean? So there's enough man pop and break. And the thing is, because I do hip hop, I've never stopped any of them. I still pop, still break, I still scratch, I still graph, I still rap.
You know what? You're making me think around a question, bro. Because
what's the question?
We're talking about things that you do willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like we did this hip hop thing willingly without any kind of measure of recompense. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And so recompense.
Okay, go ahead.
So, a question that comes to mind is hip hop something you enter now, or is hip hop something you consume?
Both.
Gee, okay, break it down, man.
So you enter it by witnessing it. You go to a place. Oh, what is this? Yo, what are those guys doing? Right. This is interesting. Right now, I want it. Oh, I need to have those trainers. Oh, I need to have that kind of.
Oh shit, you're going there.
I need to have that. I need this. Oh, I need turntables. Oh, I need a mic. Oh, I need to get spray cans. I got to get the right nozzles. The right nozzles. I can't use duplicate paint or car plan. I need bunt lap. You know what I mean? It's like you consume into what's necessary. So when you get your turntables, you got to have. Well, for me, it's SLs, all right, 1200s or 1210s. Stantons or Concords, Autophon Concords, you know what I mean? My mixer's a Tractor mixer Z2. So there's certain things I need.
Man, you're going deep on this, man, because even in one of the previous podcasts, we mentioned about the whole BBoying part of this, right? When we said that, you know, my crew had the the Kappa wind sheet, and the gazelles, the Adidas gazelles, right? That was our look, right? Which we kind of lifted from, you know, certain movie, right? However, that does kind of make a question come to mind again, getting deeper. You know, can something profitable be sacred? Do you know what I mean? Can something still have that cultural reverence and still be?
Yes. Because if you have the right people guarding it, protecting it.
Okay.
For example, Crazy Legs he's probably the guardian of b-boys, isn't it? Whenever Hooch and them man did the whenever the Hooch and them man did the b-boy competitions, Crazy Legs is always there. You know what I mean? Crazy Legs is the ambassador of b-boyism, you know?
So he's the proper custodian of b-boying.
Yeah.
You know, seen as that figurehead of b-boying and taking it to that level where there is that reverence, I guess, in that scene. But yet again, this still shows a scene that's thriving in its culture, in the scene, that's a part of a wider discussion, a wider connection. And it makes me think of whether if there is that connection, but it's just not seen together. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not connected together.
The thing is, like, when I was not in the scene, when I was DJing a lot, you'd see a lot of parties going on, and I have to ask myself now, where is the scene? Where is the hip hop scene? You know, the likes of Kung Fu and all these jams used to have Apricot Jam, all these bits and pieces. Like, do they still have hip hop jams? Who is still rapping now? Like, it's the kids that were doing their grime and drill and stuff, all right? But apart from us.
What was that one that was down in High Wycombe? We went to a couple of times, man, and that's closed down.
What, Tone's place? Tone's coffee shop. So that was firing. They were bringing acts over and everything, man. And that you know Tone's an MC.
Seriously,
Bad boys.
I didn't know that.
All right. Guess whose producer was or is still Mark C. Mark C.
No way.
Yeah, you see. Your own brethren, you didn't even know he got an MC.
I didn't even know that. Are you serious?
Yeah, man, come on now. Yeah.
Okay. Big up Tone, you know, coffee shop. Big up Tone. Big up Mark C again. Yeah. I know we mentioned you before, but okay.
Like obviously Shaka's still doing stuff. Comanche Sly is prevalent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are people still doing stuff. Mello, I don't know. Maybe Mello's doing stuff.
I haven't seen Mello in a while. I haven't seen Mello in a few years.
Baba Gene.
You know.
I have to give Mello props, you know, because he was the first person that came up to me after I had the battle with the Power Lords and said, yeah man, well done. Wait.
Before you even go there, did he do it like this? Did he do it like this? Yeah man, well done.
He did, and he did it. We was at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park. And Ishmael, you know Ishmael, Green Eye Ishmael.
Of course I know Ishmael, man. Come on.
Prolific. Ishmael was
prolific political genius.
Ishmael was tearing up some Christians.
Oh shit.
Tearing up the Christians like he does.
As he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he still does, bro. He's tearing them up.
Does. Yeah.
And Mello was there, and he was like, yeah, well done, man. Well done. It's like, cheers, bro. You know what I mean? I just took it and walked away. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, cool.
That's dope. Mello, big up Mello, man. I haven't seen you in years, man. It'd be good to connect again.
MCM still on this. MCM is still rapping.
Yeah.
So there's a handful, but I think Chester P is still at him. You know, I know Bionic
is he still in the 4 Owls and all of that?
I couldn't tell you.
The 4 Owls was dope, man. That was a dope
obviously album. Blade's still going.
Blade, I respect Blade, man. Big up.
You know, I know, Frank, idiot. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, Blades are done. But you're right about the scene. You're right about there being this constant. Where is the constant connection? You know, are we out of it a little bit, and there's things happening that we just don't see? Do you know what I'm saying? And leave comments below if there are jams. If there are scenes that
let us know
around the country let us know where they are. Just list the
And
names
I
down.
don't mean neo
websites,
soul.
whatever.
I don't mean neo soul. I don't mean
Yes.
poetry jams. I don't mean
You mean
where
hip hop,
there's nothing
cultural
crossed
jams.
over. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
crossover like soul, neo soul meets poetry meets hip hop. No, I want a hip hop jam.
Jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I miss, you know, things that I miss.
Mm.
I miss the busting a tune. See some guy doing windmills and flares. Seeing some battle happening. A guy's on the mic, rapping whilst all this is going down. There's a DJ cutting it up. Yeah. And
Now,
before the night is done, enough people have done pieces outside to say that they were there.
now you see that there, right? Like I said before, the older the new jam, all right. I remember Pogo was cutting up good times, and Apache, remember that particular. And there was this big up to my mate. I got a double ganger called Mark, looks just like me, and he was in
You
the
gotta
line.
take a picture of him, man.
Yeah. And I was going off the line, on time to Apache, and one of those 6 to none guys did a dread head spin.
Yeah.
And then Ty took the mic from me, and Ty was rapping as the guys were breaking, and it was that
But it's
scene.
it's that energy.
It was that scene, and you know what? The maddest thing is, there's a guy, and I hope he sees this podcast. His name is Tim Brown.
Okay.
Tim Brown filmed the whole event. He used to run Cockpit Theatre.
Yes, I do know Tim.
Tim Brown filmed the whole thing for I think it's raw material. I hope he's still got the video. I don't think he has, probably because it's now 30 years ago.
Wow.
But yeah, great times. Man.
See. So all of these kind of things, right? Because if you look at the landscape, right, MCing gave birth to hit records. If you think about the hit records around the world, some of the biggest tunes around the world now have been hip hop tunes in the last 5 to 10 years, right?
DJing gave birth to MCing, because remember, the DJ would be the guy on the turntables going, throw your hands up, well, and then he was like, I can't do this on my own. I need someone to hold my microphone for me. Oh, hey.
Listen, I was just going to get to that, man. I was just going to say, like, you know, DJs gave root to technology. If it wasn't for the DJs creating that loop, right, by cutting back and forth with the record, right, and just mixing in like that wouldn't probably have happened.
As much as everyone talks about Herc being the Godfather, he's horrible to deck, man.
No, you can't say that about say that.
I will not take away. I will not take away his contribution, and he is amazing. His amazingness, because Herc is a. I'm a hench dude, but Herc's
big, bro.
He got a Jamaican big hand as well. Like,
he's not small, bro. He's not a small dude.
Yeah.
So anyone wants to step to Herc, he's not a small dude. Yeah.
Google Herc cutting up or doing deck to deck, and then come tell me.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna say I ain't say that, man. But you know, all of this stuff, man, for me, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know whether I feel that I'm ruining or missing the kind of missed behaviors around hip hop and that cultural existence of everyone standing together and feeling like as if they're together. Maybe that's just kind of what happens in life anyway, you know, like things progress and they change and they morph and they become bigger, and then they become so big that something has to go and form its own life. You know what I mean? Just like with kids growing up, you know, they're in their home, eventually they turn around and go, okay, I want to leave home, I want to form my own life with this other person or by themselves, whatever, right? Maybe like that's Brooklyn what happens with culture. Like who?
Like Brooklyn Beckham.
Like Brooklyn Beckham.
He's in the news. He's in the news right now. Oh, my parents are so horrible. I want to ruin my own life. Mate, you got born into money. You got born with like silver. You got platinum spoons in your mouth. Shut up.
Jeez, man. Just take your $100,000 a week allowance.
I mean,
that'd be cool.
I'm there getting £3 a week for tidying my house. My man's getting money for nothing.
Oh man, this is serious, man. It's yeah. I just think that the different spaces, the different economies, the change of money, the rules that change around the world as well, the accessibility. Because I was saying, if I wanted to see that battle, that world championship battle, right? I'd either have to get on a plane to Japan or I saw it on streaming, right? I saw the whole thing, right?
But look, when we was younger, when to see a bit of breaking, you saw a little snippet in Flashdance, or
Yeah.
you saw a snippet here, or if
But
it's same
people
with
learn
MC
how to do the whole thing
but
from
the
that.
same with top of the pops. Oh my god, Doug Fresh is on top of the pops. You know what I mean? When we were younger, it was all so like distant. As now, you could just go on your phone and go, oh, there's some breaking. Oh, we have to wait. Like if Dougie Fresh got into the charts or someone got into the charts, that's like once in every 5 years. And you're like, oh my god, he's in the charts. Oh, he's on the pops. I can see him. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah.
same with B-boy, unless you went to jams and stuff. Because remember, not all of us were allowed out to play. You know what I mean? And everyone was like, I had to, like, my parents were strict. It was like, I had to do some chores to get out of the house. You know what I mean?
Gee,
Sometimes sneak out the house. But the punishment coming back from the house was like, whoosh. So, you know, it was like, you want to go out to play? All right, I might take the licks when I come back. But it was
proper licks.
Yeah, my parents just said, Lucian, they licks with a stutter.
Listen, man, I know.
I told.
Hey, babe,
Anyway, I won't go into it any further, man. My mom's gone now. You can't put her in prison.
Yeah, true deed, man. True deed,
God
man.
bless my mom, so.
For real. But hey, look, here's a question I've got then. I've got two questions of this. You know me already, man. Who's responsible for bringing all of these disparate parts of the culture back together, or do we leave them as they are?
Why bring them back together? Firstly, is like what's the necessity for bringing them back together?
I think that there is a disconnect with regards to those separate units that doesn't foster a unified approach to the culture. I see in for instance, in other podcasts, other shows where people talk about the culture. And when they talk about the culture and the people who they bring on their shows, it's predominantly rappers. You might get a producer rapper or a producer, but you won't get a b-boy. You know, like you won't get the world champion of breakdancing coming to like drink champs. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Right? You won't get the top graffiti artists coming into the studio and showing their pieces and
that's
culture.
That's the thing.
And they talking about the culture. They're just talking about rap music, or then they're talking about MCing.
You look at the scene now. Like I said, when we did the first podcast, I said to you that when I first started up, I MC a b-boy, right? Now in all of those you knew people. So for example, Business would break, Business would DJ. You know what I mean? Like Scam would b-boy. Scam was a dread graffiti artist. You know, Drew was a dread MC, but a dread b-boy. You know, and everyone intermixed. You know, Cash Crew, all them guys was the b-boy. Syndicate, all them mans. You know what I mean? Like
everyone did it. Everyone had a skill, right? Everyone had an alternative skill set.
It's a thing where back then there were so few events. When you look at it, you had to all go to the same event. To be honest with you, the big events were like, you know, the big jams in Brixton Academy or Hammersmith for Palais or whatever. But we had jams in our Northwest London, West London, South London, East London, So I remember I used to go to some dread jams in Albany Empire in New Cross with a guy called Sykes. Big up Sykes. You know what I mean?
Big up.
So to bring it back together again, it's the promoter. You know, you could do a jam and say, right, I want to do a jam with Comanche Sly as MCing. I want King Breaker to break. I want Business to cut up or doing set. I want this, that, and who's stopping somebody from doing that? I've always said that. It's may sound a bit morbid. Like when Bunny passed, right? I always said when I passed, I want a celebration like Beat Street. I want man's cutting up. I want man's breaking. I want man's rapping. I want like graffiti. I want everything to get high on paint smells.
Bro, I'm counting on you living till we're very, very old. And if you're gonna have if you're gonna have anyone breaking trust, there's gonna be a lot of real breakings happening.
Breakings, Zimmer frames.
man's going to pop lock and it's proper lock, and it's just like, well, I'm thinking,
My joints.
He tried to do.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man, well look, man, you know, it's a serious thing, man. You know, hey everyone, you know, if you are hearing something in this and you're thinking, you know what, this is what's happening, this is what's going down, I know what's going down, and you're not seeing it, then please drop a comment, because unless we're wrong and we're looking at this in the wrong way, you know, it's a whole completely different thing. You know, maybe the four elements aren't dead, maybe they're just waiting, you know, I know that they're not dead in their own space, right? In hibernation, but you know, these spaces where DJs, writers, dancers, MCs coexist together and not competing for attention on the world stage, because hip hop was never about just one of those things, you know. It was a movement, it was a language, it was an expression, it was an identity.
But think about it, that's why it's called hip hop, right? Like each element of hip hop has its own name. So MCing has its own name, DJing has its own name, BBoying has its own name, Graph has its own name, and it all under the umbrella of hip hop. And let's not forget beatbox. You know what I mean? That's part of the element. You know what I mean? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Knowledge is part of the whole culture as well. So there's small little umbrellas as well that shoot off that, and they all fall under the umbrella that is hip hop.
Well, therefore, you know, since we're now running out of time, my brother.
Man, we got minutes still, man. We got time still.
We got minutes.
Don't shade, because this can be valid, man.
No, listen. If the elements don't live in the same room anymore, right? Maybe it's not failure.
You've got boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are they with hip hop culture?
On the MCing side, they're up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On the B-boying side, yeah, they tried a little thing.
Let me just set the record straight before you carry on. He's got two sons. One looks like Will Smith, one looks like Pharaoh Monch.
That's not even a lie. I can't even front on that. That's
those kids and make some dough.
Do you know what? I won't even front. Sometimes there's a day when, especially when one of them used to have the mohawk, the Pharaoh mohawk days.
Yeah, man.
That was ill. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I still love every part of this culture. I still love being on a train and seeing a nice piece. Do you know what I mean? I remember I was driving up to the North Circular Road and I saw this bad piece along the way there, man. I was like, oh! And it just looking at that and just thinking about the days when we used to just do, you know, outlines in pads and, you know, all the rest of it, man. And that led to kind of spray cans. I always remember that thing. I said it not long ago when me and Sharok went out and we were there with our little pens and we were tagging up some place. We saw Bunny and I don't know who he was with, you know, one of the old cohorts. And it was almost like they looked at us and we were looking at them like, yeah, we're doing what you're doing. They're doing proper spraying, right? And then they looked at us almost like, oh, Shookums, look at them. Look at them. Look at us. Look at us youths over there. Look at them. They're tagging.
I remember when I used to do pieces. I remember my favorite pieces that I had done. But I used to use a lot of silver, like silver fill.
I used to love silver. I used to love the silver pens, man.
And then I'd get not I'm talking about spray.
Like
bro.
no, I thought you were talking about tagging. Now you're going on to proper heavy duty stuff,
pieces, man.
Fill it with silver and all of that.
Fill it with silver, and I used to use like a luminous green, luminous blue, luminous pink as the swirls. And then obviously the heavy 3D. But then I remember it might have been. I'm sure it was because we called him Science. There's a guy called Jason, right, aka Knack, aka
respect Jay, man.
Yeah, Science. And I remember. I think he was the first person that I saw who made a tag pen out of. Remember the roll stick.
Yeah.
My man blast the speed stick, roll on, took out the roll on thing, put fiber in there, squirt ink in there, Bosch, back of the 32 bus, knack. I was like, how wide is that pen? Because the widest pen at the time was the Eden 250. This was double the size of that.
Bad.
And then my man, was it him or somebody else? I saw someone, it might have been Mass. Mass got a board rubber. Remember the board rubbers?
Yes, I remember those, man.
Fill the board rubber with ink.
I remember I see Mass all the time on the buses, man.
Massive time.
Mass was everywhere. Everywhere.
Mass
Do you remember Chico? Do you remember Chico?
Of course I do. Of course I do. Mass was my second. Mass was my second DJ. Mass was my second DJ. Mass. Yeah, man. Music arranger Mass.
Respect Chico. Respect Mass.
Donaton. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Those are the days, man. I remember the feeling around these things. I remember the feeling of seeing my first, DJ cutting up back to back, man, and looking at it, just going, wow.
My first DJ cut back to back. I was taught by Big E, Edmund. Edmund taught me the fundamentals, the skill, the back to back. Bunny Bread taught me the technical.
Yeah.
And then I think might have been Steve D from the Executioners taught me stuff, but then the stuff I learnt myself as well. But in the same breath, before I know time's slipping, but I want to give a shout out to Foam, my mate Info, Kane, Fade, Knack, Casby, Pride, Chrome Angels, Mold, and the whole Graffiti crew. Rich and Rage.
Big up Particle 2.
Pulse,
Particle 2, man.
C's, Rio, Sex 1. See, and there's so many more. All my Graffiti family that I love. Big up to you all, because you know what?
Big up.
If there's one thing that I love doing is pieces, and Graffiti I love it. I just love it. Full stop. That's why our logos look that way. We wanted to keep it that,
We wanted to look hip hop.
Yeah, but readable, but hip hop. Watch, I'm gonna do a Wild Style one soon. What's that say? It's just there's oxygen.
There's oxygen, but it doesn't look nothing like it.
That's the Wild Style, the code. What's that say? Oh, you can't read it, can you? You can say anything. Say your mum. Your
mum.
Yeah, man.
Well, anyway, listen, man. You know something, man. Maybe it's an invitation to build these rooms again, man, and get people back together. And I don't think there's an answer to this question, but the way that I feel is, man, I think we've just aired it out.
Peace.
That's kind of dope, man.
See, and you were gonna cut it short.
Kick it on the